I'm super excited to bring to you today past questions from like a very interesting topic, ecological management. So we'll be tackling three questions. 2016 question 1 says, discuss the impact of climate change on ecosystem balance, highlighting its effect on biodiversity and ecosystem services for 30 marks. Next question, 2019 question 2. Explain the importance of conservation reserves in maintaining ecosystem balance, highlighting their role in protecting biodiversity and ecosystem service for 25 marks. Last question is 2020 question 3. It says describe the strategies for managing waste to mitigate environmental pollution, highlighting recycling, reuse, and waste reduction technique for 20 marks. Let's do this, shall we? Alright, 2016 question 1 said we were asked to discuss the impact of climate change on ecosystem balance, highlighting its effects on biodiversity and ecosystem services. Now, climate change impacts rising temperatures, altered precipitation patterns, increased extreme events. Now, the effects on biodiversity embraces species extinction, disrupted food chains, changes in species distribution. Effects on ecosystem services are disrupted nutrient cycling, impaired water regulation, loss of ecosystem resilience. Now, climate change, you see, alters ecosystem balance, affecting biodiversity and essential services. Climate change affects ecosystem balance and biodiversity. It impacts ecosystem services, including nutrient cycle and water regulation. Consequences include reduced ecosystem resilience and essential services, as discussed. In 2019 question 2, we were asked to explain the importance of conservation reserves in maintaining ecosystem balance, highlighting their role in protecting biodiversity and ecosystem services for 25 marks. Now, importance. It protects endangered species. It maintains ecosystem processes. It supports ecosystem services. Now, role. Habitat preservation, species conservation, and ecosystem research. Conservation reserves serves as sanctuaries, shielding vulnerable species and ecosystem from human impacts. Imagine a lush forest teeming with life where endangered species like the African elephant and lion roam freely. Conservation reserves protect these species, preserving their habitats and maintaining ecosystem balance. By safeguarding biodiversity, conservation reserves ensure survival of rare species, maintain ecosystem processes such as nutrient cycling and water regulation. It supports essential services, air, water purification, and soil formation. Conservation reserves are lifelines for ecosystems, ensuring the delicate balance between species and their environment. In 2020, we were asked to describe strategies for managing waste to mitigate environmental pollution, highlighting recycling, reuse, and waste reduction techniques for 25 marks. Let's do that quickly. Recycling, that is paper and plastic, reuse, that is composting and repurposing, and waste reduction, minimizing packaging. Techniques are segregation, composting, and incineration. Now, effective management reduces pollution. That will be all for this class. Thanks for tuning in. See you in subsequent lessons.